gosh, how exciting. Congrats on the VIP. How you doing today? Hi, Teeny. Welcome on in. How you doing? I'm so glad to see you. How's your Sunday going? Hi, Knight. How are you? Welcome on in. I'm really glad to see you. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Alex. Welcome on in. How is everyone doing on this fine Sunday? Are we ready to color? Hello, hello. Hi, Nightheart. Kristen, Gray. How y'all doing? Welcome on in, everyone. I am feeling cozy and ready. Mari. Oh my God, I'm magic. Oh my God. Hi, guys. Hi, Jess. Welcome on in. Mari, thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. Beautiful day we're having today.
It's a beautiful day. Magic, thank you for the 3 months. Welcome on in. How you doing?
3 amazing months. So happy to be a part of such a wholesome community.
I am so glad. Mari, thank you for the 21 months and 3 months for Magic. Thank you guys so much for making this community the special space that it is. It's your weekend. I love that. Are you Stardewing right now? Hi, Emerson, Ariel, Alex, Jess, welcome. Lax, hi. So glad to see you. Raven, hi. Yes, you can play Stardew.
I love this community. Thank you for being a safe space.
And thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being such a gorgeous human. 3 months, look at that. I would love for you to play Stardew. So like when someone asks Stardew, it's almost always gonna be yes. Hi, Poet, good to see you. Raven, thank you so much. Welcome on back. And that's a hype train already. Would love that. So how far along are you into Stardew right now? Ariel, what? Oh my God. Oh.
Actually, it's been more, but I usually watch both your streams because of the time differences.
Ariel, oh my God, hello? All these resubs? Hi, everyone. What's going on?
Zefrine, hey.
Hey, oh my God, Ariel, thank you for 2 months, and thank you so stinking much for the 2. That is so sweet. Thank you for watching the streams back as well. I really appreciate you. Ace, thank you for the 15 months. Thank you all so sweetly for making this community the special, beautiful place that it is. I say that all the time, but I really mean it. Day 19 of winter, year 3. Oh, that's awesome. You were like really trucking along. Oh my gosh. Are you, do you primarily like do animals or crop stuff? Have you decided you're like what you're doing? Aw, Raven, a rough morning. I'm so sorry about that. I hope it gets better. Oh, I know one of our moderators, Cassie, certainly has been having, life has really been kicking her in the shins like this last week. This morning, her vacuum broke on top of like other things that she has going on. And I'm like, oh my God, you poor thing. I feel so bad. Just wanted to update you. Aw, oh, that's exciting, Raven. Amazing. Just remember, I always try to encourage you guys. We have our, a section when you go live and whatnot. I know a lot of communities have this too. So just check, like they have self-promo areas in their Discord channels and post there when you go live because you never know who might come in. It's just a year 3 of making me stalking Zef. I love that, Ariel. Question, you said something about time zones. Do the earlier streams typically work better for you? Like this time of day kind of thing? Because I may have some information for you, potentially. Yep, okay. So I don't know, I can't remember if you saw or not. On Mondays, so tomorrow, and then Thursdays, I stream at 10 in the morning now, my time. So right now it's like 1 p.m. for me. So at this point, I would have been live for like a little while. Today I was, I'm chronically late to everything, usually by about a half an hour because I'm here. And that's the way that my brain works. But on Mondays and Thursdays, I stream early now. So do with that information what you will. Yes. Oh my God. Right. Yeah. You can, if you choose to enter our Discord, I understand how some people just don't prefer to be in a lot of Discords or just don't at all. The schedule that I have posted there under schedule and info at the top, These little gray boxes are going to be in your time zone, so you'll know when I go live in your time zone. Hi, welcome on in. Thank you so much for coming on in. Hi, how you doing? Hi, Eva. Welcome on in. So you're redoing your layout to make it beautiful now that I'm done with my community center. I'm going for ancient fruit in the greenhouse and profitable seasons, but cows, ducks, and rabbits and sheep is all I can handle. Nice. I feel that. Oh, got it, Ariel. Very awesome. I'm glad that you're in there though, because that's a good spot to stay in touch. Like I was going to do the Among Us stream with all the simmers and Tyler Oakley yesterday, but y'all, the social burnout was a thing. Like I was so overstimulated and just ready to check out. And truffles are overwhelming. Oh my God. I usually plant like a bajillion crops because I like the crop side of things. I just prefer that. Hi Ryan, how are you? Mary, welcome on in. I'm glad to see you. Truffles are overwhelming though, I agree. So today on the agenda, y'all, it really depends on how I'm feeling after I'm done coloring and stuff, but I might play like Super Mario 64 or The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time after I'm done coloring. Because on the Switch, they actually have the Nintendo 64 emulators and stuff that you can get now. So that's really exciting. I might indulge in that later, but it really depends on how I'm feeling. I'm not really feeling Sims today, at least at this very second. So like, I'm, you know, just gonna see. Oh, you feel very yucky. Oh, but it's added to say, at least put the laundry mountain in my washer away. Aw, I'm proud of you for doing that though. That's hard. Ooh, 12 by 12 with hops. Oh, that's awesome. I really like that. That's fantastic though. Really, like, I never got into the whole like aging and cheese and all sorts of stuff because I know that like doing cheese and stuff is really where the money's at in Stardew, but I don't know. I just like my crops. I'm going for a brewer style farm since I'm in Oregon and the wine and beer is huge. Oh, that's awesome. That's a good one. I like it. Also, thank you guys so much for the hype train. You guys are so sweet. I hope everyone's having a good day. Thank you for your love and support always. What's going on? Gonna go ahead and bring this in a little bit closer here. You guys can see this, like kind of what I'm coloring. And then we will go from there. You can see like I have a big scuff on my desk. I need a new desk like ASAP. I really do. Also, just to help you guys, just gonna do that and crop that out so you can't see. Hi Rose, I'm doing good. How are you? Good to see you. So one thing, actually, these are actually at Target. They are markers and they are, what are they called? Alcohol markers. And I was like really surprised. So I have not really, I've kind of colored with these, but I haven't really, and I want to do that today. So that's what I'm gonna do. They have like a pretty good variety of colors, but not like everything. But honestly, it's pretty solid. So that's what I'm doing. I can't remember how much, I think this is like $20 at Target or something. And I've always wanted some alcohol markers, but I also feel like I'm not, like, I'm just coloring things. I'm not doing like art, you know? Seriously, right, you know, love trying the new ones out. Yes, and these specific ones, they have like this style of tip, like a fine, and then they also have like the broad, like this. These blend really nicely. Hi, lady, how are you? I hope you're having a good day. Hi, gamer mom, so glad to see you. Today we're doing some cozy coloring, and I am deeply contemplating, right, it's so nice to have the tips, isn't it awesome? I'm deeply contemplating playing something different after we're done with coloring here today. I have not played The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time or like Super Mario or anything like that pretty much since like the 90s or like the early 2000s or whatever. Well, these are some good green colors. I kind of like these other ones though. Like those two. This is more of like a sage. This one's a little more cool toned and I like that. I know, I really like that idea too. I'm like a huge fan of that. It sounds really good. I've never played a game like that on stream before, so it's definitely gonna be very different for me. But yeah, so I hope everyone had a good weekend. I'm still really bummed that I missed out on like the Tyler Oakley Among Us madness yesterday, but I was like so mentally tired and just socialed out, you know, and already overstimulated. And that is, it's really, really fun, but there's a lot going on and it's a lot to kind of like track and take care of and stuff. So yeah, I decided to dip out because your girl didn't want to overextend herself pretty much. But God, I hear that he like fit in, like all of them were saying like how he fit in so well. And it was just perfect. And like, I'm not really surprised because he's like a chaos loving sassy funny boy. Yeah, oh my God, yes, I'm feeling so much better today. I feel rested. Like Michael and I actually ended up playing like Mario Kart and stuff together last night, and then I played a little bit of Super Mario on the Switch, which was fun, or Super Mario 64. And I was like, I dig this. This is awesome. This is good stuff. I'm also, okay, so that was like the wedge tip. I wonder how this one's gonna be. This one's like super fine. Hi, Prince, I'm really glad to see you. How you doing? I wonder if I can like almost like draw the edge of this one. I can grab like a marker, make it happen. But hey, I hope you're having a good day. Welcome on in. I'm not 100% sure, but at this point, I might not be playing The Sims today. I might be doing something a little bit different because like I'm not really necessarily feeling The Sims today. Every once in a while that happens. Hey, not too often. Aaliyah! Thank you for the 5 months. How are you? Oh my God, that's amazing.
Cheeky little jump scare.
Cheeky little jump scare. Magic, stop. You guys are being so nice to me. I can't. You guys are gross. Magic, thank you for gifting the 2 subs. That is so fun. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Seriously, Aaliyah, thank you for 5 months. I can't believe that it's almost been half of a year that you've been a sub. That is so crazy. I really, really do appreciate that. Welcome on into the Beanie Weenie Club again. I'm so glad to have you. Y'all, it has been so fun. So starting in March, I'm going to be doing an uncapped subathon. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of Zef in March for you guys, and I'm so excited. I won't be playing Sims like all the time. I'll be delving in like a little bit of other games as well. But I'll be live, like I'll have like office hours essentially, so like 10 a.m. or noon or something like that, all the way to like 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. or something. Central time. But yeah, uncapped, so like every day, pretty much all day streams. Hi, Brienne, welcome on in. I'm so glad to see you. I'm so happy to be hanging out today as well. Hi, Kemma, welcome on in. We're doing a little bit of coloring today. And if you guys want to download this, let me grab the link. Actually, I forgot to make an alert again, but it's fine. Or not an alert, but like a thing. But if you guys want to grab this, it's just something I printed out. I'm going to do this. Yay, Mary, you like my keyboard. Thank you. That's so nice. I might be biased, but I kind of like it too. I'm actually thinking about getting a different one because like I miss having a number pad. Aw, Poet, yes. Oh my God, I'm so glad. I'm sorry that it's a rough month for you though. You know, but I'm glad that I'll be able to be live quite a bit to help you kind of pass through that. So the uncapped subathon is going to be basically like in honor of being full-time on Twitch for 3 years, which is insane. Drawing right now, but I've been shading hair for ages and it's taking so long. Oh my God. Especially if you're doing like, thank you so much, lady, for doing that, for pinning. Yeah, especially if you're like doing, oh my God, what is it? Like individual strands or like areas or something. I could imagine. Right, Kristen? Aren't they so fun? I gotta wrap up the planning for that though. It's on my agenda for this week because y'all, we are coming at the end of, we're coming up on the end of, what's it called? Yeah, yep, my keyboard link's in there. Yep, you got it. So yeah, we're coming up. We've got like, how many days left? Like 19 days or something like that left of February already. Like, holy heck. How was everyone's February so far though? Was it pretty good? Like, was it a bad thing? Like mine was good, except for the fact that like I was out of internet for like 4 days. So I just had 4 canceled days of stream. 9. Wait, did I say 19? Oh my God, is it 9? Oh my God, it is 9. Hello. There's a 1 in front of the 19 today. Hello, math. We don't know her. We don't talk. That isn't something that we do. How many of you guys grew up in the era of like Nintendo 64 or like remember it when it came out? Because me, I remember the Christmas when we got the Nintendo 64. Like, usually like back in those days, my brothers decided like, oh, we're going to open the small gifts first and then like go into the big ones. And that's like what they determined. That year that we got the Nintendo 64 for Christmas, my oldest brother opened a controller. So we knew exactly what we were getting, but we didn't know where it was. Pikachu. Oh my God, you had the Pikachu. Living my dream, I see. Just casually living my dream. Had to count on my fingers to be sure it was like only 9 days till March. Right? I know, Kristen. It doesn't feel real. Hi, Lax, you remember it. Got mine right before they discontinued making cartridges and new games, basically unaliving the Nintendo 64. I remember that because like they did the GameCube and then they stopped making those games. N64 baby here. I discovered my love of Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing on it. Yes. Oh my God. I played Harvest Moon on it, but I never played Animal Crossing. Like Animal Crossing, the one that we have now. Why is it passing me right now, the name of it?
Holy moly, a whole year.
Holy moly.
Glad to be a part of this community.
That is so crazy. Katara, thank you for the 1 year. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. Welcome on back. 1 year as a sub. I hope that you're having the best day though. Thanks so much for coming on in and getting cozy on this wonderful Sunday. I'm so glad to see you. When my brother got his first job at Nintendo 64 is the first thing he bought, right? My brother, Nintendo GameCube was the one. So I think my brother is a little bit younger than yours. If I remember properly. First Animal Crossing was GameCube, or was it on both? No, it was a Nintendo 64. I think they had the Japanese version, I want to say, on the 64. I think. But there definitely was I think it was Japanese version. They definitely had the a version of Animal Crossing on it. Remember being obsessed with the clear controller? Yeah, like, oh my God. And then like during that time period, they had like all the clear electronics, like was like the purple clear. Harvest Moon was on the 64. Harvest Moon was also on the Super Nintendo, which is where I first started it. That's where Harvest Moon, or like all your farming sim games like Stardew Valley started. But Harvest Moon was the one. Yeah, like the clear phone, right? Yep, it's also on Switch. Yep. It's called Story of Seasons now, I think. Am I right? Is that it? Yeah, it was like the weird clearish purple color where you could see all the innards. Yeah, they made controllers and Game Boys and all sorts of stuff with those things. I remember that. I know everything had to be clear for whatever. They discovered that like, oh yeah, this is cool. Oh my God. And then everyone did it. Harvest Moon was the OG. I played that one on the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, yep. I played it on the Super Nintendo and then a little bit on the 64. And then I think it was the GameCube. I played A Wonderful Life. Like my life depended on it. I am so excited for I am very excited for Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life, which is going to be the remake of that because it's the same game. They just did it under a different name for whatever reason. I don't remember why. Yes, yep, Empress. Yeah, it was Harvest Moon on the Super Nintendo. I had the copy of it. Yeah, the Super Nintendo Harvest Moon. Let me see if I can look up like the thing for you. So you can see it looks just like this. It was so cute. The graphics were honestly like so incredible. It's so nostalgic to me. They're so cute. It is. And the days were so short. And the only way that you could carry extra, like you could have one tool. That was it. And the only way that you could carry like items was if you had them one at a time. So you had to run back and forth, or have your horse, which would carry, I think, one more item for you. So like if you were harvesting food, you had to go back and forth a whole bunch. Back in my day. It was so cute. The music is so good. My first consoles were PlayStation 1, Game Boy Color, and Nintendo 64. Remember which I had first, right? Yeah, it really does. Yep, it is. He really did a good job of recreating like and grabbing from the nostalgia. But yeah. I didn't realize how much Stardew looks like the old Harvest Moon. That's so funny. Let's see. Where am I going? Oh, wait, here we go. I want to try. Oh, I'm going to do these ones on the screen. Sega Genesis. Yes, we also had Sega Genesis. Tempura, did you know if you have like the Nintendo, like the year subscription thingy or something like that, they actually had, they have a Sega Genesis on there. I played the heck out of Sonic the Hedgehog, Vector Man, and we had, oh my god, what was it? Earthworm Jim, and Sonic the Hedgehog, Earthworm Jim, Vector Man, and then there's another one that I played a lot of. Shoot, what is it? It's passing me. I had it and then it left. Earthworm Jim, right? I think they have it on the Nintendo Switch one. If you have Nintendo Switch Online, you can get the emulator for it. And I think they have Earthworm Jim on there. Sirens with you, or is my neighbor's TV? No, there's no sirens that I can hear of. ColecoVision. Oh my god, I actually had like a whole bunch of consoles that I used to collect and whatnot, and I had a ColecoVision, and I also had the original Atari with like the paddles and stuff that I had collected. I had a Super Nintendo. This was like when I was still in high school. I would go places and go thrifting and find old games and like buy them. And I had one of my favorite JRPGs, so Japanese role-playing game that I had of all time, was I think it was The Secret of Mana, and I had it in factory sealing still from like when it released on the Super Nintendo. And that game goes for like hundreds of dollars, I think, still to this day. Oh my god, seriously. I loved playing Secret of Mana, and Chrono Trigger was another super, super, super good one. I'm waiting for those to come out. For Chrono Trigger and all that, because I know I can get like emulators on PC and stuff. Like I used to play them back in the day like that too. But yeah, those games are so good. I can't wait like to see if they do that on the Switch. Quest 64. I think I've heard of this game before. I'm not 100% sure though. I probably have. The Smurfs Adventure. I don't think I've ever played that one. So there are two games that I'm really hoping for on the like Switch emulator thing for the Nintendo 64. I'm really, really, really hoping that they bring in, oh my God, what is it? I can't think of the name. Frogger. Oh my God, I remember that. Shoot. Diddy Kong Racing and Donkey Kong 64. I'm so excited. Oh, really? Oh, that's that. I think because you mentioned it is why I remember it. Hi, Amber. Welcome on in. Seriously, some of the older Final Fantasy games for the Switch. I'm so excited. That's so good. Riku. Oh my God. 7 was the one that I wasn't like a huge Final Fantasy nerd, but I did enjoy 7 quite a bit. There was also this other game. I vaguely remember it, but I remember playing it quite a bit and I enjoyed it. I love those RPG games like that. Lack, same. Diddy Kong Racing was one of my favorite games of all time too. Like honestly, Rare, who made like Diddy Kong Racing, Donkey Kong 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Rare Studios make some of my favorite games. And they even made Sea of Thieves, which is like a pirate game that people play on PC and like on the Xbox and stuff. And it's so good. Final Fantasy 8 and 10 are your favorites? Really? I don't think I ever played 8 or 10. They really do make some good games, don't they? Like, oh, yes, they do. They're pretty amazing. Perfect Dark. Yeah, I think they made Perfect Dark as well. We did have that one, but I don't remember that one as much. I wasn't as into like the shooters and stuff as much as I was into like those role-playing games like that. Banjo-Kazooie, seriously, Kristen, right? So today I'm thinking of either playing Super Mario 64, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, or Banjo-Kazooie. Legend of Dragoon. Yes. Oh my God. I think that's what, is that what I said? I think that's what I played on the PlayStation 1, or I had it like on the PlayStation 2 or something like that. We have to play Super Mario 64. Joey's gonna die on this hill. Hi, Joey. How are you? Joey's passionate. Oh, Caps. No, you're good. I like the energy. Hi, sweet music woman. Welcome on in. Titus. Yes. Oh my God. Spyro's my jam. I never really played Spyro. We didn't have like a lot of the PlayStation games and stuff though. Oh, your spring decor. I'm so excited. You're with Joey. Nice. Super Mario 64 is so good. Legend of Zelda looks so good too though. They all look so fun. Your girl's lost. Viva Pinata. I heard that Viva Pinata is really cute. Didn't Rare make that one too? Like they just had such a quirky, fun, like way of going about things, and I loved it. They're so like, and I think they did Conker's Bad Fur Day as well, which is more of like a mature version of the game, you know? A little more mature, but yeah. Yeah, like I hear that people really do enjoy Spyro, but I don't think we had a PlayStation until PlayStation 2. If I remember, and I remember we borrowed a friend's PlayStation 1, which is when I played Legend of Dragon, which I remember playing a lot, like quite a bit. Yeah, Conker's Bad Fur Day was so good. I got very excited because I loved Conker when I was playing Diddy Kong Racing. Spyro's on Switch now? Is it really? Wow. I did hear that they made like a remake of it like not that long ago though. I do remember that at least. Crash Bandicoot. I played every version of it there is. Really? Yeah, like we never really played Crash Bandicoot either. I feel like our versions of that were like Legend of Zelda, you know, like people really like the Spyro or Crash Bandicoot, and we played like Zelda and like Donkey Kong 64 and Super Mario 64 were the ones that we had. Ratchet and Clank, yeah, I never really played that either. What's up, Magic? How you doing? Wait. Ratchet and Clank. See, I feel like I've missed out on these. The 64, the Animaniacs on the 64, I believe. I don't think I played that one. Yeah, some of these like Zelda is gonna be extremely story driven. It has a different feel than like Banjo-Kazooie or Super Mario 64. But Banjo-Kazooie is so fun. Like, holy crap. I remember being so fond of that game, like watching my older brothers play it. Like, so good. Ratchet and Clank, there's a new one soon. Oh, really? By the way, ads are gonna play. So I'm just gonna keep coloring. Normally, if we were playing a game that I could pause, that is what I would do, but here we are. Welcome on in. Thank you for coming and hanging with me. And I'll see you soon. The text of my coloring sheet, it says, progress, not perfection. Let me see if I can actually go under here. Transform. There you go. Flip horizontal so you can see that. Progress, not perfection. If you guys want to download it, it's pinned to the chat. Or if you guys want to download it and like print it for yourself, it is there. Gotta see. I think some of these. Jack and Daxter. Oh my god, that's the one I was trying to remember. I love that one too. See, I feel like we missed because like we only had certain games. I feel like we missed out on so many things, you know? Wasn't that on PlayStation? I've been lurking for a second. So glad to spend my evening with you before another busy workday tomorrow. Aw, Marlene, thanks for hanging out. Oh, right? Yes, Tank. Oh my god, I was totally feeling it. I was looking through like a bunch of things to down. Oh, hello. I was looking through like a whole bunch of photos to like print out or whatever I wanted to color. And this one just spoke to me today, you know? Practice makes progress is what I say a lot as well. Are you okay? I don't know. Apparently I just decided to burp and like inhale and everything all at once. My body really said, pardon me, excuse me. It's just a crazy kind of day. I love that for us. Tomb Raider. Oh, Angel of Darkness is an underrated game. I hear that there's like a lot of Tomb Raider fans. Never got into it. Wasn't really like my super big cup of tea. Don't know why. Overwhelmed on with life or project. I'm always saying that exactly. Yeah, I wasn't really into it. I don't know if it was just because we didn't really have a PlayStation all that much when we were growing up. Or because I just didn't, I don't know. And I was definitely playing the Grand Theft Auto at ages. Yeah, right. I definitely played some at some ages that I necessarily shouldn't have been either. So I'm right there with you. Then again, I was also playing The Sims at 8 years old. So, you know, yeah, I get that. Roller Coaster, yes, the Roller Coaster Tycoon. Roller Coaster Tycoon and Zoo Tycoon and Sims 1 were like my holy trinity. Also in Diablo, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Zoo Tycoon, and The Sims. I like how I went from like all these cozy, like cute simulation games and then to like murdering demons and zombies. I definitely had like my own sim games that I loved, and then those RPGs that were definitely pulled up from my brothers because I had my 2 older brothers. Progress, not perfection has become my mantra since learning I'm a severe codependent. Oh, I love that though, Magic. That's perfect though. I know, I think I purchased like Roller Coaster Tycoon and like 1 and 2 or like the something on Steam. I played it for 2 minutes and then I stopped. It was like $5, I think. Diablo to the 3rd one, my husband and I co-opted and had a lot of fun. Nice, I like that. That's awesome. Like, oh my god, I honestly, I couldn't. Oh my god, Spore. I was so disappointed with Spore. Actually, I also think that I felt like it should have been more than what it was, though. You know, I think that was maybe like a me expectation thing. but I really liked Spore. Or I feel like it could have been more though. Spore was basically like you literally start off as like an amoeba, and then you like eat, and then you like and you get like different traits. Like you can be more of like omnivore, carnivorous, or herbivore. You could like pick, and like you basically had all these traits, and then you evolved and changed over time and got like different like body parts and whatnot. And then you could eventually have like civilization and stuff. You made monsters. Basically, it was yeah, you had like your little amoeba, and then you evolved over time. And things that you did and whatnot really impacted everything. Lacking a little. Exactly. It was new to create your own creature, though. It was. Down, I think it like even had things down to the way that like the mating rituals of your specific creature type of thing. Like it really got down for like 5 days. Yeah, like I couldn't really get into it either, but that's definitely one that I agree that could have been a little bit better than what it was. I think old guys used to play like Little Big Planet. Little Big Planet was so fun. You like the little dancing and stuff. Yup. Oh my god, so good. It was cute. That one was, I think, an EA Maxis game. I wouldn't mind seeing like a Spore 2 or something. Renting the movie store and play the heck out of Spore. Really? Yeah, I had it on PC. Like I begged for it and then I couldn't get into it. Or my brother and I were super excited about it or something. I know the little dancing, right? Yeah. I really do think that that was like an EA or a Maxis title though. I know Little Big Planet on the Switch. Little Big Planet was fun. I had that, I think, on like the PlayStation 3. Like I want to say, I'm pretty sure. I think it was EA. I think it was Civilization and then Civilization. I never got into Civilization. Like I've never played it. However, I do love like City Skylines. That is so fun. Oh my god, what about Gaia? Did y'all ever play Gaia online? I feel like you guys have, or some of you have. Flipendo game. Oh, I've never seen that. Never heard of that before. Oh my god, Lax. Gaia was that for me. I loved Gaia. Obsessed. I had my first job and I spent a lot of money on there. Oh my god, Corvette, or like, oh god, doesn't Diablo 4 come out soon? So, like, is that something that's going on? Because I think Michael mentioned how some of his friends were like talking about like the next season of Diablo 3 is starting, and then it's the one before Diablo 4 comes out or something. And I'm like, what, already? Because I feel like they announced it like, I remember I watched the trailer with my ex-boyfriend who was also extremely into Diablo like I was. He got more into like Diablo 3 than I did. I played through the story, but I didn't continue playing online like I did with Diablo 2. Diablo 2 is like my thing. Lady Gaga lied, Pinot Grigio tastes awful. Oh my god, the type of wine. Are you not into that? I admit, I'm a baby. I love my sweet white wines. Like, I do not like dry wine. I like juice, basically. Oh, you too, right? I know. Like, give me my Moscato. I know. I hate how there's like this complex around wines that if you like a certain one, if it's like sweet, then you're not like a wine person. Or is that just like, do you guys feel that way? Or was that just some way that I was made to feel in my life, in my personal experiences? Because I don't know. Dry wine I like is this, yeah, like exactly, like Riesling is as dry as I'll get. Pink Moscato's really good. Exactly right, Riku. Let me go grab Boone's Farm. I'm just kidding. If you know, you know. Their wine slumps like coffee. I'm just like, I like my coffee with like caramel and sugar and cream in it, like with a little bit of coffee in it, you know? Like I'm that girl. Hi, Cassie. How you doing, my pretty? Good to see you. I love dry wine. I only like the sweet wines and I can't stand them. I wonder what happened, right? Sometimes something just changes in your body. Like these switches go off. Cassie, welcome on in. Oh, markers. They are alcohol-based ones. I got them at Target. There's like a whole kit of them. It was like 20 bucks. Oh my God, the less it tastes like coffee, the better, right? Just give me my sugar and my caffeine and my oat milk. That's really what coffee is a vehicle for me. Well, stevia. Not really a huge wine person. Can't do dry ones either. Good. I'm a good in-between person, right? I cannot do sparkling beverages, like very carbonated things. Soda is like pushing it for me. And some beer can come off pretty like carbonated. And I'm not like a huge fan. Like I love a good dark beer. Like we went out with friends on Friday night, I think it was. And I had like a beer with them. It was like a good dark beer. It was like this really good, it was like a local one. It was like they called it like Over 21 Chocolate Bar, I think is what they called it. And they're like I think in Bettendorf, Iowa or something. And in case if you guys are curious about that. It was really good. It tasted like a dark chocolate bar with like raspberry and like coconut. It was so good. I was into it. The marker's holding it with paper. Just bleed through the thinnest. Oh yeah, we bleed. That honestly could be really cool though. Imagine doing like some light, fun line work with these. Like drawing over it or something, or just leaving it as is. That'd be so fun. Just can't do beer, keep trying new ones, maybe thinking, but no, right? Yeah, that's understandable. Some people just can't do it. There's like that level of like bitterness that comes to it. However, I do find that porters tend to be maltier, which maltier versus hoppy. Malty beers tend to be smoother, have a tendency to be smoother and like almost sweeter. And maltier beers have a tendency to be more bitter. Depending on what you're looking for. I know obviously there's like some complexities in there, but as an overall idea, it's just gonna be better. Pretty is such a pretty purple. It is. Oh my God, I love it. It is so pretty. It's not too pink, which is great. Oh yeah, she definitely bled through the whole paper. Like trying all the different beers, like sour beers. Yeah, I actually had my first sip of a sour beer the other day. Our friend got one. It was like this sour key lime. And I was like, ooh, that's actually pretty good. It's kind of like if you like, what's it called? The way like having tried it for the first time and like the way that, how do I want to say? Ciders. I feel like sour is that like step in between beer and cider. Then you have your sours that are right there. So like if you want to like, if you like ciders but you want to try beers, try sours. So thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Vibrant look. Aw, thank you. I know, I really like it too. Hi, having a really hard weekend emotionally, could use some good vibes. Aw, cool. I hope you're doing good too. Thank you so much for stopping on in. I hope whatever it is, it gets better for you. Hang in there, my dear. Hang in there. So many hugs. I know. So many hugs. All of the hugs. Right, liquor. Yeah. Like I don't really like whiskeys all that much or anything. I prefer like silver, tequila, white rum, and vodka. Is what I have a tendency to prefer. Keep trying new ones. Right. I understand that. Not a fan of mainstream beers, but I love to explore different microbrews and off-the-wall brands that you see on its own. Exactly, lady. If you do decide to come, we'll have to go do that. Like if you do decide to come visit me, we will go out to like lunch somewhere or like a dinner and just get like a flight of different fun beers. That would be such a blast. I would eat that. I would drink that up. I'm the opposite. I like dark liquors. I'm just like, nope, let me taste like the things that I put it with. You know what I mean? I prefer the fruity stuff though. That's so funny. And I'm like, I won't drink something straight, really. Like on the rocks, like as a shot, then that's different. But I also don't drink very often. But if I do, that's what I do. As soon as we figure out timeline adoption and go start the summer trips and stuff. Yes. Oh my God. Exactly. I know. Yep. You know my door's open, baby. My door is open. I think this could be really fun. Oh, that would be amazing. I'm excited. Like we officially booked our hotel for TwitchCon. I'm really anxious, guys, because like I'm invested now. Like we got the hotel room. That's what I have. And we're looking at flights. I know, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Zef, after our stream, we just drink and listen to music and cry. Oh my God, wait. I know Momo's done like, what the heck is it? Emo night. Where they just like host a dance party basically. And they listen to like all the loud emo music. And it's just like a big vibey dance party. Like, I wish I could be half as cool as Momo. Don't tell them I said that. I'm just kidding. You can if you want, but also like, shh. Oh my God, that'd be so good. We were, a bunch of the simmers and I were like talking about things that we could do when we get there or thing, you know, obviously TwitchCon's gonna take up like 99% of the time. There's not an emo night there though. That would be so cool if we could. Or during that time when we are there, there's not an emo night. Feeling very sick. Aw, Pay, I'm so sorry. But thank you for streaming and keeping me company. Aw. No Next Among Us date set yet. They usually set it like in like a couple weeks after this one. I'm hoping that like my social burnout isn't a thing next time. Because yesterday I was just like so like socialed out and just wanted to be a hermit, and that sucked because Tyler Oakley was there and I wanted to betray Tyler Oakley. That would have been so cool. I'm so like upset about that. Wouldn't have done that amazing. Feeling very sick. I hope you feel better though, Pay. I'm so sorry about that. Gosh darn it. Sending everyone who's going through some stuff right now the best vibes in the world. I'm so sorry, my friends. I hope this week behaves for you and that it gets better. Hi, Tadpole, welcome on in. I am contemplating. I'm thinking more and more towards yes. I might play what the heck is it called? Either Super Mario 64, Legend of Zelda 64, or Ocarina of Time, or Banjo-Kazooie on the Nintendo 64. Hi, Hades. Tally seemed to have a lot of fun. Who's the next day? Who's to say I won't be invited again? That's fair. Oh my god, I would love to be able to do that. I genuinely hope that he enjoyed himself as well. Like, and honestly, they're really such a fantastically cozy, like, easygoing group of people. And so understanding. Especially, 'cause I know some people don't like to participate very often because it can be a lot, like, and pretty overstimulating, which is very valid because I definitely felt that way yesterday, and they're so wonderful. Aw, it was fun watching. That's so good. Oh my god. He seems like such a nice person, though. Like, just so chill. One thing that I find, like, really mesmerizing about him, like, I really like tuning, especially, like, on his Wednesday streams sometimes. Where he does, like, a whole bunch of random stuff. I think he calls it, like, Wacky or Weird Wednesday or something like that. And just the way he kind of, like, bobs and dances to the music is just, like, so relaxing. I can't even describe it. But it's just great. Markers you're using? Oh, Emmy, these are actually, they're, oh my god. They're called Mondo Llama, and they are alcohol markers from Target. You can get, like, however many in the thing for, like, 20 bucks or something like that. They're nothing fancy. They're just the Target brand, but I hear that they're pretty decent. For someone who's, like, looking to get started in with some alcohol markers, like myself, and you just use them for, like, really basic stuff like this. But I've seen some artists, like people who do seriously draw with, like, alcohol markers and stuff. I've seen people do reviews of them, and they say that they're pretty good, actually. So, and I think alcohol markers are something that are pretty good about, like layering stuff. I don't really know a lot about that because I'm not artsy. I just color in the thing. But yeah, I'm so glad that it seemed like he really enjoyed himself. That's so important. That makes me so happy. Mondo Llama. They're right at Target. And they have a wedge tip on one side, and then on the other they have, like, oh, him and Dan were so funny, right? Shella and Dan also had a pretty funny moment too. I'm so glad that they had a good time. I like all these polka dots being black. I also might do this whole outline, like the circle in black too. I think that's gonna be so cool. But I really want to add, like, a big old blue thing up here. Oh, you need to expand your art supplies? Nice. Ooh, this is such a good blue. Usually color with Prismacolor pencils, but you're making me want to get some of these markers. Nice. You can do, like, oh my god, you could totally blend, use both and get so many cool texture, like, results out of it. Oh, that would be so awesome. You know, like, sometimes you can, like, color over crayon with, like, marker and get some really cool, like, looks from that. You can totally do that with this. You can also shade with these markers, with alcohol markers, but I'm not, I don't know. I'm not that experienced with it. Acrostics. Oh, my setup soon. Oh my god, that's so exciting. Oh my god, I shaded it. Do you guys see that? It actually doesn't look like a pile of garbage. Then I think I've seen people do this before. Oh my God, did I just shade? Like a professional? Kind of, I don't know. I did like the inside of a flower. Calm down, it's not that crazy. Who am I? I color like regularly. I enjoy it. I know I love it too. I always try to do like one of our first sub milestones for like our events and stuff like that. As like coloring screens and stuff. A nice way to get it in, I think. Hi! Just started cross stitching again and I love it. Wow, that's awesome. I really want to do something or like ask Michael's mom to maybe teach me a little bit. Because that woman is magical. Questions, do they have a strong set? Kind of. But I'm also not like as sensitive to you like that, you know, like I don't know. Maybe. Like I would say that they're not like not like a Sharpie super strong. But like if you like put it up to your nose, I notice it though. If that helps. They're not like a Sharpie, but they do have like a small odor, but I'm also not sensitive either. But yeah, Michael's mom is like super good at cross stitching though. I'm also trying to do like a little, trying to do like a little bit of shading here. It's like I've done like a darker color. I'm gonna take the color that I used before. I don't know if that actually helps or how to like properly blend alcohol markers, but I do know more like the more that you like layer them, the darker it gets. I guess that is one thing that I do know, but I don't know. I'm not the best. It looks okay, but not great. It's still drying. Cross stitching though, what kind of things are you cross stitching? I just want to cross stitch so I can like stitch lewd things in like really cute floral work. That's like my honest goal for learning how to cross stitch, you know, because I'm one of those people. Never redeemed channel points before. How does this work? When you redeem it, it shows up on our moderator's end. And then once it's done, we'll hit like a little check mark and then it'll take your points. But we can also like cancel it and give them back as well. Sometimes I miss them though, depending on like what I'm doing. But sometimes I catch them on my end. Did Jay have a pickup line? Yep. See, I missed it. No. Oh shoot. Oh my God, I'm a genius. I have like a little window on my side where I can see it too, but it was half covered up by something else. So that's why it wasn't showing up. There we go. See, I'm good at technology. Nightmare. Oh, Nightmare Before Christmas one. That'd be awesome. Oh, you're gonna record you using it? Oh, like the pickup line? Ooh, I got this. Hey, Jay, we're not socks, but I think we'd really make a good pair. Like, I feel like I'm now responsible for all future relationships for you because you're welcome. I'm just kidding. Hey, you're knitting. That's awesome. Oh my God. Game of Thrones coloring book for my regular coloring. I was filling sarcasm one and I finished it. Nice. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever finished like a straight up coloring book before. Dance, monkey, dance. Oh my God. I don't wanna. I'm not good at dancing. Aw, thanks, Blue. It is so very cozy. Hey, what are you knitting? Like, what are you working on? Hey, Eva. Listen, even rats pay rent. You've outstayed your welcome. Aw. Now I feel so mean. Good. It's perfect. I feel like I'm gonna do like a really light blue over here. Burn! Ooh, this is Eva, not Kaz. Oh my God, wait! Oh my God, that was so funny. It's like in a chat that we have. I told Kaz jokingly and lovingly that he is a sewer rat. So Kaz is a sewer rat. I'm just kidding. Oh, I love Kaz though, all jokes aside. I really do. Aw, a baby blanket is for a friend who's giving birth in May and June. Aw, that's so cute. I hope that they love it. That's amazing. Congrats to your friend with their baby. I don't think we have any friends in our like circle right now that are pregnant, at least at the moment, but that could change. Sewer rat. I know, I love that. Kaz is like, please, I'm more fabulous than that. I was like, that's a fact, actually. He is pretty fabulous. So I told him he's a sewer rat with a diamond necklace instead. A fabulous super rat. Or, sewer rat. Eva's not gonna ads be mean to me when I get back. Oh. Be mean to me when I get back. Oh. I think she might have missed the burn then. Like the entire thing. That would have felt really bad. Oh my God. Oh, you're gonna take a look. Ooh. Good. Like my little flowers. I'm gonna do like a yellow one right here. There's really, okay, one of my qualms is that there's not really like a lot of good yellows. It's all like gold. There's like orange. And this one's kind of yellow. Joey! We can't be nice to each other. They might think we're friends.
Joey just gifted a tier 1 sub to EVERYWHERE. They have given 82 gift subs in the channel.
EVERYWHERE. EVERYWHERE. True, what is a friend? Oh, that's true. Joey, thank you for doing that though. That's so nice. Congrats, Eva. I hope you like your emotes, my friend. Welcome back, sewer rat number 2. That is so nice. Yeah, they might think we're friends. We can't have that here. Ew. Ew. Friends, pretty much. Now we gotta see. This one might be kind of cute. It's like pink right over here. Like a different pink. Like this one I don't think I've used before. Aw. How was your day though? I hope y'all are doing good. And some night. Oh, this is neon pink. Okay. might do this one in like purple. Felix is my only friend. That's fair. That child is a mood. Lies, we all yell. That's true. I made a typo and they made fun of me for it. And they're still making me fun of me for it. I'm being bullied. You know, do you really have moderators if they don't bully you into some form of like submission? The answer is no, you really don't. Mods equals bullies, they do. They are. It's okay. I tease them back as well, though. The mean beans, that's fair. Because they're not mean to you guys. They're mean to me. Not really actually mean, but, you know. It's in good-heartedness. Gotta live up to the title, exactly. I did kind of start this. Oh god, I used the wrong color. Oh well, we're going for it, kids. I'm using the same color on accident. We're fine, it's okay. Have to keep the streamer in line. That's also very fair, Hades. Blue. We're gonna do this one in blue up here. I'm heading out. Bye, Lax. I'll see you later. Right? Oh my god, they're so smooth. The colors are a little more vivid, at least. I don't know, my monitor is also a little bit desaturated on this side, so it's really hard to tell. But like, the colors are a little bit more vivid in person, but I feel like overall they're pretty good. Ooh, I'm totally gonna do this one like here. They really do color smoothly though. They don't bleed outside the lines. Exactly. Like they only bleed, or they go where they're put down. I will admit, because I've definitely like have myself made some issues or made some mistakes, but for the most part, really not all that bad. Like, see, I made a little mistake here, like down here on the bottom, but it's user error and not due to the markers themselves for doing it. And then it's a little bit too light from what I want to try to accomplish. That one might be a little closer. Hi, Mary. What's going on? What you got? Aw, K Brown. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. 21 stinking months.
Heart.
That is literally amazing. Thank you so much, K Brown. How are you? Welcome on in. I hope that you're having a great Sunday. I'm really, really glad to see you. What's going on, Mary? What you got? Oh my god, y'all. It was really sweet. Michael told me the other day that he's actually been saving to help me get a new webcam, an upgraded one, which is like one of the next peripheral upgrades that I gotta get, or that I want to get, not have to, would like to get. And I thought that was really nice. Hi, Fruity. Oh my God. Sloth, welcome on in. Oh my goodness.
Hi, Zef in chat. I love you in this community
Hi.
so much. Zefrine heart. Happy Sunday.
Aw, we heckin' love you too. Thank you so much, Sloth. That is so nice. Thank you so much for the 4 months. Fruity, these are Mondo Llama pens. M-O-N-D-O Llama from Target. They are the alcohol pens. Thank you so much for the 4 months. Welcome on back. I stinking love you guys so much too. Thank you for being a part of my day and my life, and supporting in every way that you are able. Whether it be by subs or by just hanging out, because I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Mary, I'm really excited. Oh my God, for your computer. That's exciting. I hope that some of my messages helped out a little bit. They do bleed a little bit, by the way, but like they're alcohol based, so they wipe off pretty easily. But otherwise, definitely recommend doing that though. That's so fun. I hope that some of my messages in the little chat for you might have helped, at least to a point, and help broken down and as to how some of that works. Computer stuff. Aw, is co-working? I like that. That's amazing, Mary. Or that's amazing, Katara. That's good. Today is definitely like a different kind of day like that. Oh, definitely did. Oh yeah, you're very welcome. PCs. Oh no, you're good, Mary. If you have any questions, Glowing Rectangle Cult, I actually grew up with him. He's one of my brother's friends from like high school. I know him and I knew him like growing up. Good family friend of ours. Great person. But also he's kind of that level of computer smart where it's like almost too smart sometimes, if that makes sense. But he's gonna be a really good guide on like computer stuff, but I'll be able to tell you about basic things like that. I'm not very tech savvy, but I feel like I'm decent at explaining basics a little bit differently, at least, if that makes sense. Not necessarily better, just differently than he could, perhaps. But he's definitely like a total brain for computers, and yeah. Kid's been doing programming stuff for a long time. And now he works for security in Apple, which is really cool. So. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. This is so fun. Like, I really like coloring, y'all. This is so good. So relaxing. Like, simming is relaxing, but this is just a nice change of pace, I think. It's always good to do that sometimes, I think. This one's gonna be nice as purple. I feel like we need a little more purple in this corner. This is more of like a bright pink than like a purple, if anything. I could do... I think this one is the one. Aha, yes. Something so satisfying. It is, Jess, isn't it? About just like filling in the lines of the color is just so satisfying. It is. I agree with that statement so much. And to finally like watch everything sort of come together. Oh, it's so good. I'm gonna do this one here. So I don't have just alcohol markers or these specific ones, but I really like the way that I colored this solid purple. I don't know if you guys can see. And then I colored like a pink color over it, and it looks kind of cool. Almost like a tie-dye style effect kind of thing. It's kind of neat. I don't know if it's like that's the way that these markers work, though. Hey, Karma.
Less than 3.
That is amazing. Thank you so much for the sub. Welcome on back to the Beanie Weenie Club for 3 months. That's incredible. We're also almost at like one of the next like little half milestones, so thank you. Hypercritical of the colors I use and how it ends up, so majority of the time I rage quit before it's done, and it sounds so silly because it's just coloring. I'm hypercritical of myself constantly. Oh, that's really hard, Mary. I get that. You know, and it's a really hard, it's a difficult distinguishment to make, especially during that creative process, because there's like a point where something is going to look really bad until it doesn't, you know? It's gonna look really bad for a bit. It's difficult to kind of work through that for like a lot of different reasons. And I think it's valid. Maybe like a darker blue here. I kind of wish they had a brush tip though. Hi Blanca, welcome back. How you doing today? I'm really, really glad to see you. Today's a little different. I wasn't really feeling the Sims, so we're coloring today. Well, this is actually a goal for a sub goal that we had for last month. But instead of playing The Sims after this, I'm thinking I'm gonna end up playing a Nintendo 64 game. So if y'all want to embark on a fun journey with me later, that is what I'll be up to. And I'd love to have you. This one, I want to do like this fun, cute, peachy color. And it was this one. I hate when it like cuts off on the edges because I feel like I just have to like make something up somehow, or maybe just stop. I don't know. I was about to start coloring too. What? Oh my God, Blanca. See, this is a great spot to be in today then, huh? How many of you guys have not seen The Legend of Zelda before? Out of curiosity. If you could appease my brain. Working on the shell for the shell challenge. It's my first shell ever and I cannot for the life of me figure out the floor plan. Oh, it's so hard. Oh my gosh. You're doing so good though. I want you to know that. I just know that you are. I'm really proud of you for taking a shot because it's hard. You've not, oh my God, it's so good. It's like a really OG role-playing game. The story is so good. I have not played it since I played it in like the 90s when it came out. Like I have not played this game in decades. Light pink on this baby in the corner. Exterior. Oh, but the floor plan is so hard, right? Floor plans are like my nemesis, especially like if you're not used to doing them like that. And oh God, I feel that. I really do. Especially since you can't like move the exterior walls too, I think is half of the battle for me. And then I'm going to do this in black because I feel like this is going to be like a little circle, little dot that I had going around. And then I am going to do this and hope for the best. Time for some satisfying line work. Ooh, I really like this color. The black. It makes everything pop. Okay.
Who?
Oh, Jesus, God.
Who? I'm an owl.
Oh my God.
Who?
Okay, Brown. Ah! Thank you so much for the 500 biddies. That's the nicest thing. Oh my God. Thank you for being so sweet. I hope everything's going well for you. Been thinking about you. Thanks for stopping by. Ooh, oh my God, I love that. Oh my God, scared the heck out. I'm just here just mega focused on this straight line. Hi, Sage. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome on in. My name is Zefrine. My pronouns are she, her. I usually do a lot of The Sims. Sometimes I break off and I do baking and coloring. And today I'm doing something a little different that I've never done before. I'll be playing a little bit of The Legend of Zelda, I think is what I'm leaning towards a little bit more, or Super Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie, one of the three, but I'm leaning more towards Zelda, but I don't know. Aw, thanks. I hope that spring is on the way very quickly, y'all. I'm just saying, we had some pretty big snowstorms the other day, but I feel like it's going very well now. I feel like the next few weeks we're projected to have some more warm weather, which is good. The coloring is looking good. Thank you, Limey. Oh, the name of the stream is deceiving. Oh, what's going on? Or what's the name of the stream say? Coloring and Nintendo 64 games later. Yeah, how is that deceiving? Sage is my son. Aw, that's so exciting. Oh my God, finally able to use Twitch. That's exciting. Thanks so much for coming on by. The coloring is looking good. Thank you so much, Limey. I think that this is going to be, yeah, I don't think it's deceiving because we're going to be coloring and then we'll be doing some Nintendo 64 games. Oh, 109 baby challenge. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, on my end. Oh, I think it was because the go live notification. I think it's probably what you saw. Ah, okay. That is deceiving. Whoops, that was my bad. Oopsie doopsie. Yeah, the title of the stream, we're doing the coloring, and then we're going to be playing some games that I played when I was in, what the heck was it? Oh God. First or second grade. Aw, Katara, that's the nicest amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for
3 Kaitara 3 gifted a tier 1 sub to Sage Wolf Speed.
That
They
is
have given
so
12
nice.
gift subs in the channel.
Thank you. Thank you so much for bringing and trusting me as well. Your family members. That is seriously the nicest thing. Welcome on in. I usually know the live notification, right? Because sometimes like so many content creators that I know like forget to change that. I've been pretty good about it. Or I just had like a generic one for a while. Cat is hanging out in the sun on my clothes. Oh my god, wait, Hades. What it would be like to be a cat. That's just perfection, I think. Alcohol markers blend so well. My cat has decided to replace me with a minion. She won't acknowledge me, and she watches Despicable Me 2 with my grandma. Oh, that's so funny. That's cute, though. It's very windy here. It was yesterday here. It's not very windy here today, thankfully. It's actually supposed to be pretty nice and warm. I can't remember who said it, but someone said my line work is impeccable. Thank you. Are you talking about like how crisp and clean it is? Or perhaps maybe? She passed over the head and the sun face planted on my sweaters. That's so cute. Kyber's been sunbathing a little extra because it's actually been kind of sunny here. Instead of like overcasty. Like we do in the wintertime, you know? She's gonna yell at me that I never gave her lunch and some treat. Time treats when I tried. Aw. She's like, hi! I'm gonna wake up very upset. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Who is the owner of who, you know? When you have animals like that. I'm gonna try to use the wedged edge of this. It's a little bit tricky because it gets kind of like thick sometimes, but it might go a little bit quicker. And I might be able... Please turn the paper. You're hearing chaos outside? Oh no. We live just far enough from a park, though. That's at least really nice, though. So we don't get a lot of hubbub outside of our house. It's just down the, like several blocks over. But she's like, gonna help me with this. Kyber is very like insistent on bedtime though. So like we were up a little bit later last night, later than we normally were. Kyber's my cat, for those of you guys who don't know. A very snuggly boy. And he will sit there and stare at you until you like go to bed. Cats make you the butler, dogs make you part of their pack. That's fair. Very accurate. The meowcher from your kitty, a lecture. Oh, for being home late from work on our treat day, and the cold shoulder when I try to give her attention. Oh my god. So much sass fit into like such a small, tiny little fluffy body, huh? Oh, magic, that's so funny. Sometimes they just have their sass days. That they do. By the way, ads are gonna play. Thank you for hanging out with me today, everybody. Ads do support me, and I appreciate the fact that you watch them and hang out. And all that stuff. So good. Me being me, when Boo sadly when I caught her off guard and she glared at you. Like Boo. Like Aw. Ah, so good. This is coming together so nicely though. Aw, thanks, Sage. Okay, I'm thinking about, I think I should just go like with all black, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do like a fun ombre style thing, which could be kind of fun. Just looking around at some of the flowers at one that I had. I want to see like what kind of colors I have that I could work with. Those ones are far too close. So that's not really gonna work the way that I want it to. This one is more of like a brown, I think. Yeah. Annie's like coloring is perfection. Aw, thanks, Graphy. Oh, those are too different. I may grab one of these. That one's a little more brown. This one is nice though. I do want them to kind of be like pretty close together though, but not like super close. It's hard. ones are so close together though. At least out of my orange colors is something that I want to do, so I don't know. Let's see. Because these orange are like, oranges are very close, but also like very different at the same time. Not quite what I'm looking for. I don't know. If I like straight up want to use, I do like a gold idea though. So like the orange is something that I do want to do. That is one thing that I do know. Okay, this one over this one, I think, for sure. So, those are almost too similar though. I'm gonna use this one. I used to use horror themed coloring books at work, but my carpal tunnel acts more than when I color it than anything else. I bet, because it's such like a fine-tuned like, oh god, that would be really hard though, Magic. It's very like small detailed. Magic coloring app. Ooh, that could be really fun. Is it like a color by numbers kind of thing? I do like Dungeons and Dragons. I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for a really long time. I haven't played in a campaign for a while, but yeah, D&D is one of my favorite things to do in my free time. Hi, Molly, how are you? Welcome on in. Oh, but yes, like coloring by number. Oh, that's so cool. Almost like you click and then it fills kind of thing. Hi, Jackson. Welcome on in. How you doing? I'm really glad to see you. We are working on some coloring today, and I hope that you're having a good one. We're going to be playing a Nintendo 64 game later. Well, this is great to do homework with. Awesome. I'm so glad. Jackson, have you ever heard of, or have you ever played like The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, or what's it called? Super Mario 64? Paint my numbers in lockdown, convince my family that I was super good at painting. Oh my god, Penguin. You basically like gaslit your family into that. That's so funny. N64, that's awesome. Yep. So Nintendo Switch just recently came out with those emulators on the Switch and stuff. If you have like the Nintendo like the annual subscription thingy, Nintendo Online, I think, and you can get those, and those are some of the games that are on there. They have Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, Super Mario 64, and Banjo-Kazooie, just to name a few. There's more on there, but those are like some of the really big titles that like made me like want to jump on it. Which are all of those games that I grew up playing. seriously hide right. Oh my god. They had it so you could buy it on like the Xbox, whatever, if you have like the Game Pass or something like that. They had it so you could get it on there. Am I leaning more towards one game than the others? Kind of, maybe. Like, I don't know. All of them sound really fun. Maybe a little bit more towards like Banjo-Kazooie or Legend of Zelda. But I kind of keep swinging back and forth. Oh, you think you need that? Yeah. They also have like Sega Genesis too. There's like a few games on there. They have some Super Nintendo games, some NES games, a few Game Boy Advance and Game Boy. Not a lot, but I think they're going to be adding, from what I understood, I think they're going to be adding more over time. The Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, along with rare title games like Conker's. Conker's Bedford 8. Yes! You're right. Hide exactly whatever kind of like resonates with me the most when we get there. You know that I'm a sucker for rare title games. Oh, they also have Super Mario or Mario Kart 64 too. I played a little bit of that last night. I also played Mario Kart 8 last night too, which was fun with Michael. Still got it. I was still super good at it. It's been a year since I played. Hi. How are you, Mariah? Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. We are doing a little bit of coloring, and then we are going to be playing a Nintendo 64 game in a little bit on the Switch. Probably Legend of Zelda, but I keep going back and forth between things. Oh, just took a little nap. That's awesome. That's good. How was your nap? Do you feel refreshed? Nothing like a good Sunday nap. Yeah, I wasn't really 100% feeling The Sims today. Which happens every once in a while. It doesn't happen too often, but I like to not push it when I'm not feeling it. That can help with like burnout and stuff. Aw, wait. Hold on, who's Mariah? Happy belated birthday. Wait, happy belated birthday. That's amazing. Oh my god, did you wait, it was yesterday, right? Was it yesterday, Mariah? Gotta remind me. Or is it Friday? Happy belated birthday though. I hope that you had the best weekend. Aw, I really like this gold yellow color. The last letter. Ah. Good sigh of relief, right? I want to see about like which one of these is closer to the yellow that we have on there, or even like a little bit of that goldish color, because I'm gonna go right over the top of it and try to do a little bit of blending. Aw, yes, I know it's birthday on the weekend, exactly. Unless you work the weekend, of course, right? I'm attempting blending. We'll see. And then I'll go back over like the edges of it with like a different one. Ooh, I know, I think I like it too. I know it does. Doesn't it give summer vibes? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it, I think. It's kind of fun. And I think this one is here. I don't know which one is which. Ooh, glance at like you're doing arts and crafts and needle and thread. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. I wish I could do it like that. Hi, Dark Flower. Welcome on in. I'm glad you're here. Shading is so pretty. Thank you. I'm trying. I wonder what would happen if I took like this really light color over the top. Like, would it help it blend more? I don't really know. I'm not that good with like markers, obviously, but if you do like colored pencil like that, and I think that's different, you know? That did not have the effect that I wanted it to. I know, right? Shading, it can be extra hard sometimes. So like up close, it doesn't look as perfect, but I think, you know, if you lean into that style, it works. It's still kind of drying, so there's like a little bit of darkness up here, but yeah. Look how fun. I really like them. Oh my god, I think the whole thing was like maybe 20 bucks at Target. I want to say. Oh, that's so fun. I like it. I don't know. It's cute. Look at the back of it though. Imagine here. Oh, that looks so cool. Hold on. Yeah, dark. Yeah, this is a really good alcohol marker alternative. I found it on TikTok actually. There are some artists that are, you know, that they do a lot of like really good high quality work with like Copic markers or whatever. And they're like, yeah, these are really good for starters. Like these are a solid set of markers. And I was like, I'm sold. And it's like 20 bucks. I know, isn't that so fun? It's almost like a watercolor version if you like mirror it. I could probably like go in on the other side and like fix it up if I really wanted to do that, obviously, on some of those areas. It's like the R and the G are very much so like, you know, very good. But these are called Mondo Llama markers and they were at Target. I definitely recommend if you can get your hands on some. The only thing that I found to be like kind of difficult with them is the fact that it's like they're a little bit thick, but my grip is weird too. Like, so that's the only thing that I found to be like even a little bit difficult with them. I'm going in and I'm putting my markers away now so you guys can see. Yeah, Molly, yep. I will be doing that again. So if you guys want to enter to have this mailed to you, I'm doing that again today. These are not like anywhere near where they could be or should be. Is that like a yellow? I wonder what this is because it's like a weird beige color and then it's like yellow on the sides. There's like cool tone and warm tone grays. I don't know. These were all just like hodgepodged in here. I'm sure there's like rhyme or reason as to why they put them where they did, but I'm putting them where I want to, basically. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Just throwing them in because I don't know. I'm gonna run out of room eventually. It's like purple and stuff. Organized time, right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm too lazy to put this much effort into it right now, but hey, it is what it is. Hey! Thank you so much! That is so cool! Poet
I have to go, but I hope you all have fun.
Thank you so stinking much. I really, really appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome on back to the 3 months. That is the nicest thing. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being so wonderful and supportive and all that fun stuff. Yeah, Roy G. Biv. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I'd have to move so many of these and your girl's just feeling kind of lazy, you know? I'm sure at some point I'll go like, oh my God, I gotta do this. You know what? There's blue, Roy G. Biv, right? Exactly. All the fun little colors. I wonder if I can like move these ones over. Yeah, maybe next time I color, I'll definitely like organize them. But today I just want to play video games, you know? This one doesn't necessarily fit anywhere. Kind of, sort of, but like towards the greens. Yes, right. I know that eventually I'll have the nerve to do it. It's a little bit better. They're like at least with their like color families for the most part. It's not perfect. Definitely not rainbow order, but you know, we're there. We got it. So this is the picture that I did today. And so we're gonna be playing some games in just a sec here. But if you want me to mail this to you. I actually tucked the other ones away in the past, and I forgot to mail them and I found them the other day. So I'll be mailing those very soon. But if you guys want me to mail this to you, go ahead and type gimme, Gimme. If you would for me, and I've got a form. To our moderators, only I have this form. Because this is like once a month thing. I mail stuff to you guys a lot. Hi, Kaz. Welcome on in. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. I'm going to be playing like Legend of Zelda or something in a little bit. I'm so excited. Or Mario or Banjo-Kazooie. You have a widow power. Aw, just a little bit. Aw, I'm glad. How are things going though? Is it cold by you? Is it getting colder now? All right. By the way, if it draws your name, you'll need to whisper me. Ooh, Riot. All right, gimme. Whisper me right here on Twitch, and I'll send you the form. I gotta mail the other ones out. I tucked them away, and then I forgot about them, and I just have to mail them. So I'm gonna do that this week. I'm so excited. Yay! Oh, Twitch is not like fully loading. Okay, it's being a little twitchy for me. Yes! Okay, this is so exciting. Thank you so much. Been raining for the last 3 weeks. So I'm not sure what the weather is currently. It's just like meh. It's just mush. Yes, Ashy. Oh my god, we just finished. You can see it says progress, not perfection. This is the back side of it. But cute flowers. And all sorts of stuff. Twitch would never be twitching. Never in a million years. 6 stickers. Yes. Oh my god. Yeah. Do you guys want to do a bunch of stickers before we jump into some games really fast? Here we go. I'm actually going to snooze our ads really quick so we can do this, because then I'll run ads before we jump into games. All right, everybody, we have like 6 stickers to give away. So if you don't know, this right here, once every 10 subs, we give away stickers. So if you guys want to enter one, go ahead and type sticky, STICKY. Which game? Ashy, I'm thinking it's either going to be, it's not going to be Sims today. I'm not feeling it. I think it's going to be Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Super Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie. Yes. Oh my god, yes. Empress, it's under specs, like here. It's also at the bottom. They're cherry blues. I'm gonna be getting a different keyboard because this one's like I think a 40% and it doesn't have the F bars or the number pad or anything, and I don't like it. So that's what I'm gonna do. 72 bits from a legacy. Oh my god. Yep. Yes. Oh my god. I haven't played it since it came out, Limey. Since it launched like way back when. I did like a playthrough tour of it back in like the early or late 90s, early 2000s or whatever, when it was still new. I think it was actually 1996. So yeah, it was like 1996 actually. So yeah. I think when it came, I think Majora's Mask came out in like 2000. I want to say. Ashy, won yourself a sticker. Go ahead and whisper Lady Star. She's got your form waiting for you. Swimmers Mario. Wait, what? Oh my god. So I made a typo. and I'm family friendly, but super was a different word. Swimmers. I'll let you put 2 and 2 together. Kaz, I hate it here. And the moderators have been making fun of me ever since. Oh, to buy with your birthday money? Oh my god, seriously, Mariah, I feel that. It's so hard to decide. Next up for a sticker, we have lovely Lissa95. Lissa, go ahead and whisper lady. So the next 9 days we have for the current winter edition of the sticker, and then it's gone. Then we're on to the spring one, by the way. That'll be coming soon. How exciting. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. We've met this milestone, so I'm going to update that for the subbies. So I just wanted to give you guys a big thank you for that. Right, Limey? Oh my god. So the moderators actually brainstormed this one again. They did last year's. I like to get them involved in those. It's really the idea is I still have to confirm which idea it was, but I'm like 99% sure. It's like a rainbow with the moderators, or not the moderators, like me sliding down a rainbow with the cats and with the animals and all that.
Hope you've been well.
Aww.
Miss you and your community, Zef.
Bax, I hope you've been good. By the way, your hair looks so good. That's like old news. I think it's like a few weeks ago, but like I still wanted to say it. Hi, thank you for the 200 biddies. So nice. Oh my god, yes, and one in a prayer design too, but I got a little card. Oh nope, that one is still being printed, or it's going to be printed soon. So I don't have like a giant surplus. I try to order them closer to the end of like when their run is gonna be, but you'll be getting that one too. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. But thank you for letting me know regardless too, Molly. But you guys will get those. Next up for a sticker, we have Stardew Beans. Stardew Beans, go ahead and whisper lady. She's got your form waiting for you. Thank you so much, Bex, for the 200 biddies. So that's amazing. I really appreciate that. I hope y'all are doing good. There's no other Ashy. Honestly, it's the best emote. I'll die on this hill. What a great screen name. I know, I like it. It's like the perfect one for this community. Just saying. Anything with beans in it, pretty much, is gonna be the one. That's what we got. This one's pretty good too. I like it. It's so like, it's such a mood like there, it'll be okay. And you're like, ah, like a very woe is me kind of one. Doing well. I'll be posting pictures of most recent adventure soon. That's amazing. Oh my God. Absolutely. I love that. Stationary Benjamin too. Aw. Hi, Kristen. I love that one too. Next up for a sticker, we have Purple Lemonade. Purple Lemonade, go ahead and send a message to the beautiful Lady Star. You know, so in case you guys missed it, or in case you're new here, my name's Zefrine. My pronouns are she, her. I usually stream games like The Sims, and I just did a little bit of coloring. And now we're gonna be not playing The Sims because I'm not really feeling it today. Just kind of vibing with something different. Every once in a while we do it. But I'm gonna be playing an old Nintendo 64 game, probably like Super Mario 64 or Ocarina of Time, which is Legend of Zelda, or Banjo-Kazooie. The matte feel of the sticker, isn't it nice? Aren't they like, they're so smooth. I love them. I don't skimp on quality. Like you guys, once every 10 subs, like I make sure that it's like a good quality thing for you guys. Like I'm honest to God so grateful for that. Link roller on an Ocarina of Time. Right, it's so good. Next up for a sticker, we have Halloween Rose. Halloween Rose, go ahead and send a message to Lady Star. Hi Peach, how you doing? Decided today I'll be putting my stickers on a seed storage box. Oh, Lemmy, that's so cute. I like that. How the heck are you, etc. Ooh, yeah, Molly, I actually I was talking a little bit about Maple, or to Maple like this. I have to like budget and things for it, but because I don't want her to just do it. She's like spending time on it, so I want to make sure I'm like giving her like paying her for her services and stuff. But I talked about maybe having her just do the line art, or like make colorless versions of the artwork that we have, like all of our sticker designs and stuff, and doing like a coloring sheet thing. I think that'd be so cool. Oh, Kristen, yep, we have one more to go right now. So in case you guys didn't know, I am a full-time content creator, so your bits and subs help keep the stream going full-time and everything, and all the content and things that we do here together. Super grateful for that. And one thing that I do is I how words are hard is I give away stickers and stuff to you guys. I pay for postage, I commission the artwork, and I do all of that. So thank you for this. All right, one more last sticker. We got Mariah Malik. Mariah, go ahead and send a message to the beautiful Lady Star. And then after that, we have one more, which is our legacy sticker, which are kind of like throwbacks, I guess. That's a good way to put it. Oh my God, seriously, once you hear the soundtrack, right, it's so good. I played it for a little while. I got like my the Deku shield yesterday. I kind of just like buzzed around there for like maybe a half an hour. Aw, they are truly the best stickers. Thank you so much. So the next 9 days, or you know, the days that I am live, will be the last chances to win this edition of the winter sticker. So thank you guys for that. Stardew. No, not playing Stardew Valley. No, not today. Played it through 6 times. Oh my God, I have only done it like maybe 1.5 times. It's been like just about 30 years. I was really young when I did it last. Ready for legacy sticker. All right. Okay. So if y'all want to nerd fart. Oh my butts. Thank you so much. How are you doing? I hope that your unplugged day was good too.
Holy poops, 41 months. Frying high bunnies, frying high bunnies, frying high bunnies, frying high bunny.
Nerd fart. Thank you so much for 41 months, and thank you for the amazing way above and beyond our tier 3 sub. I hope that your unpluggy brain day was good yesterday too. I feel so much better. So if you guys don't know, legacy stickers are the old ones. So these are like, they're still good stickers, of course, obviously, but you get to pick between some throwback designs. So you get to pick between Benjamin. You get to pick between the cute little huggy emote, or you get to pick between this one right now. And this third sticker is the one that rotates out. So this one is last year's winter sticker. It's a little cup of cocoa, and all 3 of my animals in there, Cooper, Kyber, and Ahsoka, are the little marshmallows. And they're so cute. Those are with bits. So you can see this bit sticker thing as it fills up. So like 50,000, 2,500, 70, you know, basically 25, 50, 75, 100, etc. and onward. That's what triggers that.